Welcome to Geek Fandom Media. I'm your host, Chris, and you guys, we got some goody old updates on Mortal Kombat 2 and The Incredibles 3. How exciting is that? You guys, we're almost at 1,000 subscribers on the channel. I want to thank everybody who tunes in every single video. It means the world. You guys sharing, you guys liking it, commenting. I try to comment, back on every post. It means so much to me, you guys. We are almost there. Thank you guys so much. But let's talk about the first topic of the video, Mortal Kombat 2. Now, if you guys have been following me quite some time, you know I wasn't the biggest fan of the first Mortal Kombat film. And I'm not talking about the one in the 90s and Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I love those two films. I grew up with them. They're guilty pleasures for me all day long. So when they decided to reboot this franchise, I was really excited about it. When that first trailer came out for the first film, I was hyped. But then I ended up seeing the movie and I was a little bit disappointed. The pacing felt off. I thought they could have done so much better. So I'm hoping for a hugely elevated sequel with Mortal Kombat 2. I mean, story-wise, character development, fatalities. I want to see so many different things. The fighting sequences. I want to see some awesome fights in this Mortal Kombat film. And we are getting a star-studded cast with characters in Mortal Kombat 2. It seems like everybody is in this sequel. I mean, we got characters from like Jade, we got Quan Chi, we got Raiden returning, Sonya, Shao Kahn, Jax, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. It's so many, Shang Tsung, Katana, Cole. Cole was a character in the first movie I did not care for whatsoever. I thought he was an extremely weak lead. I'm hoping we kind of go away from that character. But we also are getting, Carl Urban, you guys, as Johnny Cage, which is really exciting. I love me some Carl Urban, So I'm stoked to see what he can add to the table and what he can bring to this character for the Mortal Kombat world. Now, some updates, you guys. The official trailer will drop next month in July. Super stoked. I cannot wait. You guys can definitely expect me to do my reaction to that Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. But also, the screenwriter says, Mortal Kombat 2 made test audiences cheer and jump out of their seats like Avengers Endgame. Damn! If that's true, that's pretty massive. Now, you guys, we've all experienced that theatrical release for Avengers Endgame. It was huge. It was ginormous. Fans cheering, crying. It was a moment. So the fact that the screenwriter said that test audiences were reacting to certain sequences in Mortal Kombat 2 has me a little bit more excited. I'm like, okay, so what kind of fatalities are you guys going to be showing? Like, I'm so interested. I'm really stoked to see where they go with this sequel. Like I said, I'm just hoping it's a lot more elevated in the stuff, in areas that definitely needed improvement in the first film. Like, I want to see some beautiful set designs. I want to see some awesome set designs for the fighting arenas and all that cool stuff, and I hope they go real practical with this film. It's a little bit hard to do. Mortal Kombat is kind of crazy and intense, but, more practical, the better, especially in 2025. But that's the update, you guys, for Mortal Kombat 2. Let's jump into The Incredibles 3. So The Incredibles 3, this is a big one. Brad Bird, you guys, will not be returning to direct this film. No, he's not returning. He directed the first two Incredible films, which I love dearly. There's some of my favorite Pixar films, but he's still staying onto the project as a writer for the film. The director of the film is going to be Peter Sohn, director of Elemental, which I thought was okay. A lot of people loved Elemental. I thought it was just okay at best. But I'm interested on where they're going to take this story. I'm hoping they give the kids, a little bit more to do. I'm hoping that, ultimately, I would like to see the parents take a step back. And I want to see a massive year gap between the sequel and the third film. I want to see Jack, potentially going, to middle school or something along those lines. I want to see the other two kids, going off to college. I'm hoping we can get away from them being kids for this third Incredibles film. But I get it. I understand it's hard. The audience and the fandom is so used to them being all, one family and, staying the same age because, part 2 literally took place right after part 1. So I'm hoping that there's at least, a 5 to 8 year gap between the sequel and Incredibles 3. But I'm hyped. I'm going to be there day one. Any kind of information and tidbit, updates for the Incredibles 3, I will give it to you guys. The animation is just so beautiful and it's awesome. And you got to have Frozone back too, man. Come on, Samuel Jackson. He loves doing these popcorn movies. That's what he said. He said the other day, he does not chase trophies. He's not a trophy chaser. And I loved it. I was like, I love the way he approaches his work. because at the end of the day, he just wants to entertain the audience, and that's what I get. Every time I see a Sam Jackson movie, I am entertained. So you can best believe he'll most likely return as well as Frozone for The Incredibles 3. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about these small little tidbits of information on Mortal Kombat 2 and The Incredibles 3. Thoughts and opinions. What do you think about Brad Bird not returning to direct Incredibles 3? Will that potentially hurt the film? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And of course, thank you guys for taking time out of your day for watching Geek Fandom Media. Peace.